So this is my brand new 2024 Tesla Model 3 long range, and I've done quite a few videos on this, so if you want to check them out, be sure to browse through the channel. However, in today's video, I'm going to be covering hidden costs when you do purchase an EV. Now, you may read some of this stuff online, but let's say you purchased the EV vehicle thinking that you know everything, but then you have the things that I'm going to list in this as kind of hidden costs. Some of them are not counted as hidden costs, but still, it is something that you do have to do after you get the vehicle. So the first thing on the list is installing a home charger. Now, many people may think, you know what, you can just get away with just having a regular charger, like the one that you just plug into your outlet, or even rely on supercharging. Now, there are downsides. For example, if you do use, let's say, a regular outlet charger at home, that is going to take significantly longer to charge your vehicle. And also, if you do end up just using the supercharger network or public chargers in general, that is going to add up in cost as well. Now, to fully take advantage of your EV experience is to get a home charger, a level 2 home charger installed. Now, depending on the area, from a licensed technician, it could be a couple $100, maybe a couple $1,000. It all just depends. And also, Tesla does sell two different variations of this. One is just for your Tesla. Another one is if you have both a Tesla vehicle or a non-Tesla vehicle at home. So you can buy either of those directly from Tesla. So again, purchasing a vehicle like this, a full EV, do have that cost in mind, that it is going to cost you a couple $100 for the charger itself, and then maybe a couple $1,000, like $1,100 to $1,000 or something along that range to get it installed from a licensed technician. All right, the next thing kind of ties into the home charging situation, and that's the cost of charging your vehicle. And I'm talking strictly about superchargers, because let's say you live in an apartment complex or somewhere where you don't have access to a level 2 charger in your garage or where you can park in the driveway. Now, some complexes do have like their own EV stations within their facilities, but again, that all varies depending on the area that you live in or the complex that you live in. But yeah, back to supercharging. Now, if you're buying a full EV, especially a Tesla, and you want to fully rely on the supercharging network, yes, that is going to get a little bit costly for you. And also, it'll depend on how much you drive. If you just drive from home to work and back, and you don't have such a long commute or don't go on road trips that often or any of that, then I think you should be fine. But for the average person that is buying this vehicle, they are driving to work and back. They're going on small road trips, maybe even a longer road trip. So all of that does add into the cost of owning the vehicle. So you do have to keep that in mind, because it does add up pretty quickly. And also, let's say you're at a supercharging station and your vehicle is done charging, you are going to get charged what's called an idle fee. So that also will add up if you're not back on time when your vehicle is fully finished from charging. So yeah, if you are planning on buying a Tesla or just any EV in general, definitely look into setting up a home charger, because that will benefit you greatly. You can just plug in the vehicle once you're home from work and literally just top it up at any time. Now, another thing that people really don't look into is something called the premium connectivity. Now, when you do get a new vehicle, I think you get like 30 days of a free trial, and then after that, it does tell you to pay for the subscription. So that's another added cost to owning a Tesla, because typically when people buy a Tesla, they think everything is just included, which is not. They do make you buy, like, for example, like the full self-driving. Either you pay upfront full, or you can pay $100 a month for that. And then same thing for the connectivity. So with the standard connectivity, all you get is navigation. However, if you pay the monthly cost for this, you are going to get navigation, live traffic visualization, Sentry mode, which is a huge one, where you can view the live cameras through the app, satellite map view, video streaming, karaoke, music streaming, and internet browsing. So that's what you kind of have to pay monthly to get all of those nice features. All right, next one on the list is your tires. Now, Tesla owners, I'm sure they love the instant torque, and in result, that's going to make you go through tires more often than a gas vehicle. And not only the instant torque, but also of the weight of the EVs due to the batteries, so they're a lot more heavier, and the tires themselves will cost a bit more. So you have to keep that in mind. Because if you're constantly trying to one up your 0 to 100 times and blast off from the lights, well, keep in mind that this will eventually cost you in replacing your tires. And many people don't realize how quickly you can go through tires on an EV until they get one, so they're pretty surprised when it does happen. Now, another thing that I want to mention, like how I was mentioning about the regular outlet charger or even the charger that you can plug into the dryer outlet. Now, that used to come with the Teslas. It was included with all of the vehicles, but now it is not included. So that's another thing and another added on cost, especially let's say if you're at a cottage or just out at like a friend's house or something and you need to top up your charge. Having that mobile charger is very, very convenient. Considering if you're out and about, that's a must-have, I think, in my opinion, to just carry around with you, because you never know when you are going to need it. If let's say there's no public chargers or chargers at all available near you. Okay, now another big investment or cost added to the vehicle, and I talked about this in the beginning, is the full self-driving. Now you can either pay upfront for that, I think it's like $11,000, or you can pay $99 a month and also get those same features. Now, a lot of people that are not familiar with how Teslas are, they think because it's a Tesla, everything is included, and once you pick up the vehicle, you are ready to go without having to add on any more costs or subscriptions or anything like that. Because I'll be honest, when I first started looking into the Teslas, to me, I thought full self-driving and autopilot were the same things, but when I dug a little bit deeper, I kind of found out that it was not. So I kind of knew when I bought the vehicle that I wouldn't want to buy the full self-driving up front. I may consider it paying monthly, but as of right now, I really don't need it, or the features, I really don't care for them right now. In my opinion, I think monthly makes sense because you can cancel anytime and it's just $100. And if you want to purchase it through your vehicle, all you have to go through is this car icon here, and then you're going to scroll down to upgrades and it'll show up right here. So these are all the things that you get with a vehicle. So you get navigation on autopilot, auto lane change, auto park, summon, smart summon, auto steer on city streets, traffic light, and stop sign control. So there's a ton of things that you do get with it. I do think the value is there and I wouldn't mind trying it out, but to pay $11,000 up front, there's no way I'm paying for that much, especially when I'm buying a car that's already pretty expensive. All right, so the last thing that I'm going to talk about for the hidden costs or just costs that you won't expect from a vehicle like this is, say, God forbid, you get into an accident and you need to go to a repair shop. I've read and heard from many people where these shops do charge a premium because Tesla is considered a premium vehicle, and not strictly only Tesla. I think just an EV in general. If you own a full EV, you're going to be paying a hefty premium when it comes to anything of that sort, like replacing stuff, just because it's an EV. Well, that does it for my video on the different hidden costs that you might incur if you do end up purchasing a Tesla. Let me know in the comments down below, what other things do you think people should know about when it comes to hidden costs if they're looking to buy a Tesla? The ones I mentioned in this video, I think those are probably the most common ones. I'm sure there's other ones that I can't think of right now, but yeah, that does it for the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.